Hey y'all, my name is Phoebe, and I have multiple sclerosis. And that's what my video is going to be about. My story, my walk. This is number one of my video blogs on my personal MS walk. So that you know, I was diagnosed the first time, in 2001, right as the Twin Towers were falling. That was really a horrible time for everybody. And then there I was being diagnosed. And then the second time I was diagnosed, I had 3 more lesions. It was while I was going to school for my undergraduate degree. And we found, I think 3, maybe 4 more lesions. And I said, okay, let's go ahead and try treatment. I started Copaxone. Copaxone and me did not get along very well. So I tried saying that I didn't have MS or else the medicine would have worked. And so I fought it longer. And then 2006 happened. And that's when I lost eyesight in both of my eyes. I say absolute absence of sight because it was black. There are no levels of black. It just was black. I couldn't visualize colors or shapes. Nothing. There was nothing. And I lost capability of doing things physically for myself. So that was a real tough time. I actually started taking Rebif injections at that time for about 9 years until my skin got, well, the fat under my skin got kind of rubbery. So it was no longer really accepting the medicine. There wasn't a really good transfer. But we decided at that time we would try a few pills. The pills that I took also did not do very well for me. And that I was like, okay, well, guess what? It's time for me maybe to just not take medicine. I felt like the MS was fairly well managed. And so I just trusted God. I was like, okay, here we go. And yes, it was shaky at first. Every time I started having a symptom, I thought maybe I should have stayed on the medicine or should find something else. But I always turned my faith back and said, okay, at least I have the steroids. I can use steroids if I need help from symptoms. I have 75 lesions between my brain and my spine. And whenever I get overtired or just overdo it, those things can affect me again. And so that's when we use the oral steroids. So since 2006, I got most of my eyesight back. I have optic nerve damage in both eyes. And my physical abilities have just steadily gotten better. And I call it building my neurologic endurance. I did things like walking. I would walk a lot. Tried getting my 10,000 steps a day. I did 2 days a week of resistance training, just doing lightweight dumbbell lifting. I learned that I'm not a gung-ho, overboard, I call it overboard, healthy eater. I wish I could do it, but I love regular food too much to completely do away with it. So I have modified. And as far as physical activity goes, besides the dumbbells and such, I picked up ballroom dancing, which is fun. And it really helped me with memory issues and retention and bringing it back to the surface right now. You know, if I'm thinking about something, I can recall it much quicker now than I used to. I still have that, oh my God, there's a word and what is it? Or being in the middle of a sentence and all of a sudden the rest of the sentence just poof, disappears. So I still have that, but okay. And jumping off track, there we go. So COVID happened and I had to lock myself basically in the house. I know 2 people that got COVID who also have multiple sclerosis. Both of them had to fight for their lives. One of them was my mother, who's obviously older, and one in their 20s. And I was like, nope, I I don't want to do that. And I really thought 6 months ago I was in really good shape. And about 6 weeks ago, I made the decision to join an online fitness group. And I learned there that I was really not in the shape that I thought I was. I actually was in worse shape than I was before COVID started. And I locked myself up and I was like, this is not good. And then yesterday I really got frustrated because I bought a new exercise tower for me to do pull-ups and dips and fun stuff. And I learned that I'm in worse shape than I think I have ever been. Not only that, but my weight is more than it was even during both of my pregnancies. And it brought me to tears. I don't do this. I don't do the workout. I don't try to look a certain way just because I want to look good. I do it for my health. And I realize that my health is probably not near in the place that I want it to be. And so I want to be here to share my story and rebuilding with all of you. Some of you others out here might be with MS, might be dealing with the same concerns. So I feel like I'm starting at ground zero again, and that's nothing new. Every time I take steroids, I have to learn how to crawl again before I can walk. It gets tiring sometimes. You get tired of doing it over and over again. But anyway, so please keep an eye out. This might have been a little bit more long-winded than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to give you a background story at the same time. But I am going to start journaling. This is my journey back to completeness, maybe. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but I hope you will all stick around and maybe it'll inspire you somehow, and I hope it does. I want to be an inspiration. So God bless you all, and be on the lookout for videos as I start sharing my journey towards wholeness again. Thank you. Ciao.